Hello, beautiful peoples. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you that have watched my podcast before and wondered where I've been, I'm back. For those of you that haven't, I'm Monique Hands, Moni, and I am the artisan and creator behind Uniquely Handcrafted. And my podcast was an attempt of me to try and keep myself accountable, and clearly failed. It's not that I haven't been on social media and doing stuff like that. I've done lots of reels and shorts and stuff like that, but they're all been on my Instagram, so I haven't been doing much to YouTube. This is just going to be a real quick life update and a little bit about what I've been doing. I'm going to try and keep it as quick as possible. This is the fourth time I've recorded it this morning. First two times I forgot what I was doing. First time I forgot what I was doing. Second time the lawn mowing company came to mow the park next door, so I had to stop. Third time I got 29 minutes in, and then it said that my SD card was full. So here we go. I have just spent the last 15 minutes emptying things, deleting things, moving things. So I hope that I can get through a very small podcast and get it up today, because then that's one job done. Tick, yay, move on. For those that have been here, you know that I started this podcast in order to keep myself focused and accountable for the things that I do. For those that have not been here before, I live with complex PTSD. I was diagnosed 5 years ago, and learning to live with complex PTSD is a challenge. However, I've got to say that if you're wanting to know where I've been and what I've been doing, the best thing is to say is life. And I started integrating myself back into society. I started integrating myself back into social places. And while a lot of the times it's overwhelming, a lot of the times it's really cool, and I do love it and I do enjoy it, and I'm really comfortable where I feel safe. Obviously where I don't feel safe, I'm not comfortable, and I can't tell you what makes me feel safe and what doesn't. I don't know. It's just a feeling, and those who know me recognize immediately when I'm feeling safe and when I'm not feeling safe. So that's sort of a real quick, brief update of where we are and why we haven't been here. For those of you who've been before, it'll look different. And so, yeah, I have a new space. I have a totally dedicated space to Uniquely Handcrafted. And yeah, a little bit of background around the space. And I won't go into too much detail because it's not my story to tell. But we built this to serve a need for other people. Spent a lot of money. And yeah, they didn't end up needing it. It's probably so my husband and I now had a big mortgage that we had to pay, and so I decided to turn Uniquely Handcrafted into a registered company. So I've spent a lot of time just in the last year trying to build my business, build a brand, and make it viable. I still work full-time. Well, I still worked full-time up until last week. This week was my first reduced hours at my paid employment. And so I've now got some additional hours to dedicate to Uniquely Handcrafted. So I would like to try and spend Friday mornings getting a podcast out and just keeping you up to date. It may not be every Friday, but I at least want to post at least a couple of times a month. So where are we at? Oh, sorry, don't mean to yawn. Where we're at, we have a website now. handscrafted.co.nz, and yeah, you can purchase my bags on there. You can place custom orders. So go and check that out and have a look. And yeah, I'd really love your support in that area. Right, let's quickly go through things that I have been doing. And that is knitting. I don't get much time to knit. I'm mainly in here doing the bags, but this is in my Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I love it. My Edgar Allan Poe tote. This is one of the small totes on my website. It's called the Amara tote on my website. The pattern is Firefly Tote by Noodlehead. And I've got them labelled as the large Amara tote and the small Amara tote on my website if you're looking for some knitting project bags. This is a ranunculus, and it's ridiculous that it's taken me this long to complete, but it's nearly there. It's nearly there. It's been a year in the making, but it is beautiful. It is made with the Naturally Mohair 12 ply. Oh my goodness, the lawnmower man is back. I'm not stopping. I'm really sorry if you hear the lawnmower. So yeah, there's only a bit more to go on that and then it will be finished. But I haven't done much knitting in the last year. I did get some socks made for a lady. I did a Will Work for Yarn swap. That took me way longer than it should have. Yeah, so really what else I've been doing is mainly bags. So if you are on the hunt for some knitting project bags, these are on the website at the moment. This is the large Amara tote, and it is done in the Knitting Goddess fabric. And I've made heaps of the smaller Amara totes, and this one is currently on the website, and it is a beautiful butterfly one. So sewing heaps of these. Had them on custom order for quite a bit. What else have I been doing? Oh, my very cool MJ's Messenger bag in this unbelievably cool fabric. This fabric I got from Crafty Cat in New Zealand. She did a custom print for me, which I just absolutely loved it, in cotton, and it was so cool. What else have I been doing? I've started teaching. So when you go on my website, you will see that I now do workshops, and you're able to book a workshop with me. If you're booking a one-on-one workshop with me, you'll come to our craft studio here, and you will learn how to make a bag here, and we provide lunch and all that sort of stuff. Beauty of having a City and Guilds qualified chef as your husband is you get a beautiful lunch. And we've run a number of workshops this year already. We did some mother-daughter workshops which were really successful, and I've done a few one-on-one workshops, and I've also done some workshops where I've taught groups of people over at our artworks here. So the first bag we taught there was the Easy Does It bag by Annie Uren, and this one I've modified a bit to make it more of a crossbody bag rather than the side shape that it normally is. And speaking of modifications, if you follow Insta and Facebook, you would have seen that Annie Uren from By Annie Patterns did a live earlier this year, and in that live she talked about modifying her patterns and how, you know, how simple it can be, and how you can be simple and you can be really world is your oyster kind of modifications. And she showcased some of my bags as an example of modification and how you can modify that. So I was really proud of that, to be mentioned in her live and have my bag shown on there. So we've been doing these sorts of things in the workshops. And the other bag that we did was the So Demented, So Altogether bag. And yeah, these are available as well on the website. They tend to be custom made because I let you choose your fabrics, especially if you want it with all the really cool chunky patches on it. These come with 3 compartments, and then there's compartments on the inside, and these are really, really fun to make and really fun to teach. Oops. And then I think the final thing that we've been doing with Uniquely Handcrafted is we launched another collection called Legacy Recrafted. And Legacy Recrafted is taking sports memorabilia in the form of sports shirts and transforming them into bucket hats and backpacks. And yeah, that has been a very cool process. And we've got 2 types of bags that we do. We've got the crossover sling, and then we have the backpacks, and those have really kept me busy. And you know, that's what I love to do, and I love to be creative. And yeah, and through starting Legacy Recrafted, I have found a number of really cool New Zealand creative people also doing just that, turning the sports shirts and memorabilia into different items and stuff, and it allows you to keep hold of your treasured sports fan thingy, and you know, wear your shirt on game day in a very different way. We're still doing I'm just going to put that up there, the huggable memories. Lots of huggable memories. I've been doing lots of them, and yeah, they always bring me so much joy. I've got a whole bunch coming up where the family have actually recorded, or they've used a recording, and so there's a little heart, and inside the heart is a voice recording, and so I've got to put them into some teddy bears coming up. But they are they're the next lot of teddy bears off the taxi rank. I've got 7 that are getting completed in the next week. So yeah, lots going on. But really glad I got to take the opportunity to sit for a minute and talk you through what it is we're doing and what I've been up to, and yeah, now kind of where we're going. I know this was whirlwind, and I'm really sorry it was whirlwind. There's lots to catch up on, but I thought what would be easier is just a real quick video that kind of brings everybody up to speed, and then we'll get back into the regular podcasts where I can keep you up to date with what's going on and what's under the needle and what's on the needles, depending on what we're doing. Let me take a sip of coffee. Yes, still got my very cool, I don't know if it's a very cool hyperfixation, but it is a hyperfixation. Going and getting my very cool pottery mugs. This one is by Meraki Studios, and I just am really scared of tipping that out in case I tip it all over me. I had this one made with mushrooms all over it to remind me of my husband, because he's my fun guy. Come on, people, laugh. Yeah, so that is a real quick recap. Where are we next? Where are we going to next? What are we doing? Okay, because I have had to launch Uniquely Handcrafted as a business, I'm obviously going to be doing a whole bunch of work, spending time working on the business and in the business. In the business is the fun stuff. It's the sewing and the creating. On the business is the stuff that I'm not very good at, but I am going to do my absolute best. And that is, looking for more work, bringing in more work, and working out how to work in a small business. I have spent the last 18 years working full-time in a very large organisation, and then a number of years previous to that working in another very large organisation in the same field. So I have nearly 30 years of health experience and not so many years in working on my own small business. But that is where I'm going. So where to next? Follow me as much as you can on Insta and Facebook, and keep up to date there. I'm going to try and podcast at least twice a fortnight. Oh, sorry, I don't mean twice a fortnight. I mean twice a month. It's going to continue to be in this format, like a live, but not a live. Those that have seen my other podcasts know that I don't like editing. It's not my strong point, and I don't have the hours to spend time editing. So they're going to be real raw, but not lives, because lives scare me. What else are we doing? Workshops. If you're really wanting to do a workshop and want to come and learn how to make a bag, workshops are available on my website. When you do come, we'll be making this bag here, the So Demented bag, and that full day workshop, you'll get to go home with a very cool bag. What else are we doing? Lots more of the Legacy Recrafted stuff, and I'm moving into another collection called Lynn, which you'll find on my website, and that is more the sleek designer bags, leather and faux leather, and so we've got the new machine to do that, and that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Right, well, I think that the world is conspiring against me. I've, as I said, tried multiple times to record this. The lawnmower man is back. I have a meeting to go to in 15 minutes, which I thought I had plenty of time to get all this done beforehand, but this has taken hours. Not that you'd know that for the 20-minute video you're going to get on YouTube. Love your feedback, and love to see you all again, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye.